Yeah, baby, we're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started. Before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. If you're tired of back problems because you're sitting on that thick, weird 1950s dad wallet, you need a Ridge wallet. It's slim, modern design, holds up to 12 cards, plus cash, and there's room for everything you need without destroying your back. People don't know this. Sciatica, a lot of guys got it because they sat on their wallets for years, these big fat wallets, and it messed up our backs. A bunch of cards from a bunch of dummies, and it's just stupid. Do yourself a favor. It comes in over 50 colors and styles. So no matter what you like, Ridge Wallet's got something for you. I like the black one. I like all the black. It's got a money holder. It's so much better. I stick it in my front pocket because it doesn't look stupid in my sweatpants or jeans. Look, while you're picking up a new wallet, grab a Ridge wallet, AirTag, attachment. Why? Lose your wallet, you know where it is. That's it. AirTag goes right in it. You know where your wallet is. It's awesome. For a limited time, my fans, you know what, dude, fans, you're going to get 10% off of Ridge Wallet. Just go to Ridge, use code DUDE at checkout. Okay, here's what you do. Just head to ridge.com and use code DUDE, D-U-D-E, and you're all set, dude. Dude, you're all set. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them and support my show. That's how you support the show. Support yourself. Get yourself a Ridge Wallet. Get a deal on it. And then support me by telling them I sent you. Me and the Tizzy 2 sent you over. That's ridge.com, code DUDE. Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's Robert Kelly, and we are back at the Comedy Cellar Studios above the world-famous Comedy Cellar. And I was a very special guest. I mean, look, all the people on the show are great, but I mean, this is great for me because I grew up watching them, and one of the superstars growing up, one of the guys that was like, hit the stratosphere, and he's in my studio right now. Please, Danny, tell us who's on the show.
We have the great Yakov Smirnoff on the show today.
I mean, how do I build it up so good, and then you got the great Yakov Smirnoff? I mean, Danny, what the fuck?
Bobby, I'm nervous and I'm starstruck. I'm so excited about this.
Do it again.
Yeah, try it one more time. Ready?
We have the legendary, amazing Yakov Smirnoff straight off the Tonight Show.
Nope. Try Zach. You try it.
We have the one, the only Yakov Smirnoff.
Wow. Good job, Zach.
Yeah.
See, this is the moment. These are the moments in this business, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, where you step up or you step aside. And Zach, who I don't even really know his name until right now, and he's been here for 2 years. I never knew him. Yakov
stepped up.
He stepped up, and Danny stepped. And you know what? Good job, Zach. Zach, what's your last name? Let me learn that now.
Oh, do you really want to?
No, I don't. Anyways, dude, so good to see you. You're on the bonfire.
Yes.
You came in there. I was excited to have you on.
Thank you.
It's funny because when they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have blah blah blah," they always ask.
Yeah.
It's a polite.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I said no, they'd be like, "Yeah, whatever." But I was when you were on, I'm like, "Get the fuck," because I saw you in Nashville. You were doing Story Wars.
Yes.
At the Nashville Comedy Festival.
Yes.
We're at Zany's.
Yes.
Great club. Shout out those people over there.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Wonderful.
And I looked, dude, I'm standing next to you, and I don't know it's you. I just don't know it's you.
I don't know sometimes it's me either. So, yeah.
But I'm just hanging out. You're in the green room, and I'm just looking at you, and because you peacock a little bit, you always have a nice jacket on. You always look great.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So when you walk into a room and there's somebody like you look, I was like, who's this guy? I was like, who's this fucking rich guy? You know what I mean? And then they were like, hey, somebody was like, "Oh, I'm on who's on the story?" And I think it was Jay. Was like Big Jay. He's like, "Oh, we got Yakov on." I go, "That's him." And I got nervous and I didn't talk to you.
Ah,
But I did watch you. I was nervous, and I don't know how you are, right? I was nervous because you're a legend, right?
well, that's something we should probably try to figure this out, because when I hear those words, it feels good, but I don't know what that means. You know, I don't know what creates versus like successful, long-lasting.
I can tell you what it means to me.
What is it?
It means somebody who got to that point in this business where you were a household name.
Okay.
And then whatever happened went
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
because this business is not a rocket ship.
it's
It is a roller coaster.
That's right.
It goes up and down.
Oh boy.
And
I know that.
and the fact that you're coming back, you're just coming back. And there's no it's just you're just coming back and you're doing it. And I saw you jumping on podcasts with the Young Bucks.
That's true.
You're just jumping on the podcast. You're coming on the bonfire. You're going on Story Wars. You're just doing it, and you're doing it as you, and you're kicking ass. It's like you didn't miss a step, and you came back, and you didn't turn into something else. You're still you.
Yeah.
But which is great. So to me, that's legendary status.
Got it.
Right?
Got it. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure I got it because it's me. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I thought legend is when you die, but I'm still here, So it's a concept that I will need to somehow figure out because I hear it a lot.
Yeah.
And I go and I see it more in comedians' eyes, when they do. I have a podcast and they come on my podcast and they're like, man, you don't know what you've done for me or, over the years, And I go, I don't know. I just was doing what I was supposed to do. It's like when I was Mitzi Shore, the owner of the comedy class, she used to tell me, you and Reagan changed the world. And I was like, going, come on, Mitzi, I'm just a comedian, and no, Yakov, you changed the world. You helped, you gave Reagan ammunition that he was able to destroy the Soviet Union. And I'm like, is that a little pressure, maybe?
That's a lot.
A lot.
I mean, wait a second. Let's just back up. She was on drugs.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
I'm
sorry, Mitzi.
She can't hear you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard.
You never know.
You were away a long time.
She was pretty powerful. I
Yeah.
was a pallbearer at her funeral, so
Well, no,
I know.
but that is a pretty crazy thing to say because is that
It's not crazy.
when you say Reagan, you're talking about the president?
Yes.
Because you got to understand, a lot of kids that listen to this are like, who?
Who is that?
Brian Regan? No. Ronald
Ronald
Reagan,
Reagan, yeah.
the president,
Of the
and
United
you.
States,
I
yeah.
never look. That was my childhood. That was my teenage years.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
and all the comics that were coming up. So I never thought of that because I never thought of politics. I wasn't into that. I didn't understand what was happening in the world. I knew that Russia was this and we were that, and I saw it in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, Rocky
But-
IV, yeah.
Right, Rocky IV, Schwarzenegger, whatever that was. So you're saying that? I mean,
I wasn't saying it.
but
She
people
was.
were, yeah.
She was, and I was totally in denial. Because I was starstruck. All of a sudden, I'm in front of the president, and he's asking my opinion what to do with. I'm not joking. This was real.
The president asked you what your
he's saying,
opinion was?
What would you do with Gorbachev?
Wow.
Yeah, because and I said, am I the most qualified person to answer that question? And he goes, you are, because you've lived in the Soviet Union for 26 years. None of us politicians have.
Yeah.
So he was really curious and he was really interested in that. And then his writers came to me and they asked me to do some jokes because he was going to do a speech in Kremlin. for the first time, like after many years of Americans not being in Russia. And so they asked me to do this, to write some jokes for this speech. And I'm thinking, if this doesn't work, I don't have any countries to go to.
Right. Yeah.
Where am I going?
Hey, you're done.
So, but I was honored. So I wrote jokes. They liked them. They put them in the speech. And then they said, do you mind reading the speech and telling us if it has the right tone? I'm like going, this is too much pressure. I mean, what? So, but I read it and I said, honestly, don't hate me, but it's not the right tone you're talking down to them, and they're not in that place where they would want to hear that.
Yeah.
And they go, well, why don't you rewrite the speech?
Jesus Christ.
And I'm going, they go, yeah, just do it. And I did. And I didn't change a lot, but I changed the kind of a tone. Instead of like talking to like a child, to talking to an adult.
Yeah.
And it worked. It did work. So
you were like the first AI. Change the tone, write the speech. They were just using you as a right?
I guess.
You did all this, and that's what he used?
Yeah, totally. It was surreal, because here all of a sudden I'm like advisor to the president. And then after the whole thing, after he was retired, and and they would call me and say, Mr. President, would like to invite you to lunch, and and they just want new jokes. He loved Russian jokes.
Yeah.
So I was his supplier. I was like a dealer at the White House.
Well, Reagan was movie star first, and then became the president of the United States, but very funny, and he loved comedy.
He did.
Don Rickles.
Yep.
Did you ever meet Don Rickles? You must.
No.
You never did?
Never did, no.
How did that?
I don't know. We probably worked in Vegas about the same time in the 80s, but never met him. Met Red Skelton.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was I have a story about this, that he was at Caesar's Palace and I was at Trump Plaza, and so I didn't grow up with Red Skelton, so I didn't really know much. So I went to see his show, and I loved the show, and I wanted to say hi to him. So, and there's a long hallway, and his door is open to his green room or his dressing room, and he is sitting there, and I can hear him go, "I'm going to sue you." I go, me? Yes, I'm going to sue you. I said, what? What did I do? And he goes, I was watching The Tonight Show, and you sat down with Carson, and you said, in America, you have things we never had in Russia, like policemen have warning shots.
Yep.
And he said, I fell off the bed and I broke my hip.
Okay.
That's why I have a case. I'm going to sue you.
That's funny. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a nice story. I thought that was going to go south. I thought are you going to get sued by Red Skelton? And I was going to have to hate Red Skelton now because he's suing you.
No. He was just being funny.
So, dude, you did The Tonight Show last night for the first time in how many years?
35 years.
That's fucking dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My first appearance was 40 years ago.
Yeah, we talked about that on the bonfire. The guy said to you,
The Tonight Show booker at that time, Jim McCauley, said that you will get on this show when the hell freezes over.
And then you wound up getting on the show because Johnny saw you in a commercial.
And so my Miller Lite commercial. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you wound up doing the show 6 times. Correct?
7.
7 times.
This was my 8th time on Tonight Show. The first time was Jimmy Fallon. Yeah.
Now, you did it 7 times. You're doing it with the King. I mean, when late night was late night.
That's true.
There was 2 shows.
That's true.
There was 2. And there was really 1.
Yeah.
For most of the country.
Yeah.
It was Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
And that was our entertainment. That was our nighttime entertainment.
Yeah.
And he was one of the best at it.
Yeah.
I think everybody will say that. He's the best.
Yeah.
And he treated comics.
Yes.
He made comics.
Yes, he did.
Made them.
And Jimmy is as close to that as I've seen, because their main quality was they were listening.
Yeah.
They listened, and they laugh
Yeah.
in the right places. It wasn't fake. It wasn't, planned. It was just funny to them, and then the rest of the country could feel that.
Because Jimmy loves
He does.
stand-ups.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, dude, I'm old in the tooth. He saw me at something and was like, dude, we want to get you on the show. And he did. Most of the time you hear that shit and it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I did the Tonight Show for the first time, and it was just crazy.
Yeah.
Look, I feel bad because there's so many other late night shows and they saturated the business and blah, 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 blah. But Jimmy is a real good person.
Yes, he is.
And the booker of it,
Michael Cox,
great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy, helps you with your stuff.
Yes.
But
and he knows the stuff too.
He
knows it. And he was downstairs and
Yeah.
I was talking to him. I said, listen, your coaching was so important because you knew what to trim. It's like trim all the fat, get rid of all of that. And so that's why. And it was interesting that I didn't know this. They do a run through before the performance at the Tonight Show. Have you done did they do it with you when you were there? They do a run through.
They did a run through, but I didn't. You go out and you do your thing.
Yeah, you do your thing in front of director, producer, a couple of people, and they're laughing and stuff like that. They told me that in 9 years, Jimmy never came out to watch this thing.
That's a lie. He came out during mine.
He did? Okay. Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Well, you just popped my bubble.
Well, you popped my bubble because I never
did.
did come out.
I
My
did.
son of a bitch. I had to pop yours right back.
You had to, but mine was he
I don't think-
stood there.
I don't
didn't
think Jimmy
see
said
him.
hi to me.
But Michael did.
Mike came in. He was like, "Good job, bye." No.
No.
Jimmy's the best.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story about Jimmy.
Tell me.
So, I gave him a gift. So years ago, when he just got on SNL, when he first popped on, and he was the new kid, he was like, you could tell he's gonna be a star. I did a college with him, so I'm opening for him at this Syracuse University, and it's a big college. It's a big paying gig for me. I must be crazy money for him. And we're in the back, and I'm, he's not who he is now, but he's about to be. So you can feel it. So they had two gifts for us. Colleges would always give you like a sweatshirt. So it said, Robert Kelly and Jimmy Fallon. So I opened up my box. It was a nice little, whatever, blue sweatshirt, not even a hood on it, blah, blah, blah. Said Syracuse. I'm like, cool. And then when he was on stage, I opened up his box, and it was embroidered Syracuse, Risen letters on top of Risen. It was such a better hoodie. I switched the hoodies. So I took his hoodie, and because he never knew that I always felt shitty about it because
Did you tell him?
I bought him the sweater. I brought him the sweater, the exact sweater I stole from him. I bought it. So when I did the Tonight Show, I go, dude, I got a gift for you. And I gave him the sweater. But this is what a psycho ego I am in my brain.
I just sensed that immediately when you said, I'm going to pop your bubble. I was going for a kill, and you're like, oh, no, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Well, I'm crazy. I'm sorry about the bubble thing. But you really popped my bubble first. Let's be honest.
I did. I didn't mean to, but I did.
Buddy, I'm so crazy in my brain. I'm like, dude, I'm going to do so good.
Yeah.
He's going to call me over to retell the story. And that's going to be my, remember the Carson days?
Yeah, of course.
Did you sit down with him after your set on this one?
Well, I'm going to pop your bubble again. Damn it.
You sat down?
Yeah.
Son of a... Where's my camera? God damn it, Jimmy. I sat down too. Listen, the thing is...
Did you really?
I know, I didn't.
You have to work with this all the time. I'm just here for an hour.
No, but that's great that you came in and you kicked ass on the show, and now are you gonna do it again?
I would love to. Yeah.
So you had fun.
I did. Nerve-wracking because I haven't done it for 35 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're kind of, you're totally new to younger generation, and that was one of the best things. As much as I enjoyed, Jimmy was as as respectful, as honoring as you could possibly be. He was just like,
he is
you know,
right.
but then going through the gift shop and seeing the people who were at the show. I can't see them because lights are in their face, so I don't know. They're young, they're old, they're laughing. It's good.
Yeah.
And here I walk in there, and there's like dozens of young couples, single, but younger people who are looking at me like, what? That was amazing. And it's like they never heard me. They never seen me. That was probably even more important than hearing the laughter and all of those other things.
Yeah, because I was talking to someone like, dude, he's going on podcasts. He has a podcast.
Yeah.
He's jumping back in to all the stuff, because that must be crazy. Because look, I came up in this podcasting world, right?
Yes.
But it didn't exist. You were a stand-up comic. You got on the Tonight Show or on some movie, and they saw what you did, and then you either had it or you didn't, and you became a star. Right. And then maybe a sitcom, and you did theaters, and you made specials, and that's what your thing was, right?
Yes.
But you come back and you have this whole new medium that you have to be almost like a broadcaster now. Yeah. Because you have a podcast.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
It's called Comedy Couch. Yeah,
Comedy Couch. And
Yeah.
what is it about? What are you doing?
I do. I have a psychology degree from University of Pennsylvania, and I got my doctorate degree from Pepperdine. So I was really fascinated with one thing: why laughter happens in the beginning of the relationship, any relationship actually, with children, parents, and then when the relationship goes sour, the laughter dies first, and then if you're in a romantic relationship, then sex is next, and so that was.
I just looked over and there's a woman staring at me. I was like, she just appeared, dude. Listen to me. This room is filled up. As we started, it was nobody. Then I look over. There's a dude in a blue shirt. Then there's your social media guy. And then I looked over and this woman staring at me like she was going to murder me. And I just scared the shit out of me.
Please don't. Let's just wait another 40 minutes and then do what they got. Do what you got.
Give me 50 minutes, dude. She was looking at me like, you better not talk to him in a disrespectful way. He is a legend. I will snap your neck. I don't even know if you have an accent.
Anyway,
so this
was fascination of mine. And the comedy couch is kind of talking to people like yourself and trying to dissect or reverse engineer where is your humor coming from? Right. Why are you funny? That's basically what I'm doing there. And it gives me an opportunity to dive into the childhood of people, who was there, what was, because we start creating laughter. It's not even doing comedy, because we're creating laughter and then we get hooked on it. And then we take it as our profession. But most people don't have that skill set. So, and I don't know of any comedians who actually went into that scientific world and decided, I'm going to figure this thing out.
Right.
And I did as much as I think I could over those studies. And it was all very, very scientific stuff. They didn't want any jokes in my dissertations. The only humor was there on the cover. It was Law of Laughter, LOL. That was the name of my dissertation.
That was funny. That was it.
That was it.
So you went back to school.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. We talked about this a little on Bonfire, and I'm sure people have heard it, but a lot of people don't know. You were big. You had this thing, and then you said to us, David Letterman had. The Cold War was happening. David Letterman did the top 10 with, what did he say?
Well, what happened is the Cold War was ending. You could tell that with the Berlin Wall coming down in 1989. And then 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. And when it collapsed, all these republics became separate. So Letterman had a top 10 list on a Christmas Eve of 1991 and said, top 10 list of things will now change. and I made #1 on the list, Yakov Smirnoff will be out of work.
Wow.
And I thought it was funny, and my in-laws were laughing. I was laughing with them. I'm going, yeah, what are you gonna? I'm not going to be funny anymore. What's going, and it was so amazingly weird that 6 months later, none of my contracts, because the contracts were like for the end of the year, the middle of the year, whatever it was, they were not renewed. None of them.
Because of
Vegas,
that statement.
I don't think it was I think Letterman was in tune with America, and I don't think he is the one who made this possible.
Yeah.
I think it was the perception of Americans
Yeah.
that was about the Soviet Union and the pain in
Right.
the butt. And then I was like, I was like preparation H, and when you have burning and itching and swelling goes away.
Yeah, you get a hard on. I'm sorry. You don't. I do.
missed that. Yeah,
I do. I do.
missed
That's
that.
my thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make the kid laugh once in a while. I mean, thank God she laughed. I thought you were going to throw an axe at my head. I throw ham at you now. I have bread.
Yeah. So
But-
I was pretty severe because we lived in the Pacific Palisades. We're next to Tom Hanks and Goldie Hawn and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, we were like the living American dream. Two kids, beautiful American wife. Everything was like cooking, and then no work and no money to pay mortgage, and so American dream becomes a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. it
And
becomes a
so
nightmare.
there was no place to go, and clubs would not take. I mean, I tried.
Comedy changed, man. Comedy always kind of changes and it comes around too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that, look, when I was coming up, it was 7 minutes of clean material. Tonight Show.
Exactly.
That's what everybody told me.
Yep.
7 minutes of clean material.
Yep,
7 minutes.
true.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, I don't. That's not my life.
Right.
I don't have.
Yep.
I'm not a clean. I'm a kind of fucked up kid, and it just didn't make sense to me when I did clean material. Do you want to hear one of my clean jokes that I
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
I said, "Here you go, ready." This was one of my clean jokes, and I couldn't pull it off because it came out like a joke. I just think about. I would say, yeah, my stepfather always made me rake leaves. Rake leaves. Why are you raking leaves? As you're raking, they're falling. That's why they called it fall. Why don't they come up with another season called Fell? All the leaves fell. I do this once. God named them Leave. Leave them there. He didn't name them Pick-Me-Ups. I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
That's funny.
She hated it.
I didn't.
mean,
I
geez.
love it. I
mean,
think
how about
it's
this?
good.
God named them Leaves.
Yeah.
Leave them there. Is that better? I love her. I want one. So, yeah, and then it
Comedy
changed.
Yeah.
MTV got in, and it got a little edgier,
True.
and everything
Big time.
became edgier. And
Yeah.
then you got,
You
I mean,
got Andrew Dice Clay.
I mean, yeah.
Kicking ass.
And then it turned on him, right?
I don't know. When did it? I don't know if it did.
Look, he was playing arenas, dude.
That's true.
But
That's
another legend who doesn't. The one thing about comics is we don't need you to say yes. We can find a way to do a show.
true. Okay.
We can do a show.
Yeah.
We will perform.
Right.
We don't need you to go, hey, you're good. We can find a place, and that's exactly what you did, right?
Well, I did because I had I tried many different options and I couldn't make it happen. And then somebody, I was actually doing a Farm Aid with Willie Nelson and Roseanne Barr and Tom Arnold. And Willie Nelson is the one who suggested, he was in Branson at that time, Branson, Missouri.
Okay.
And he said, Yakov, you would do great there. And I'd never heard of Branson. So I'm going, okay, I'll give it a shot because I had no options.
Yeah.
And I went there and I was blown away. There was Andy Williams was there and Tony Orlando was there. And there was people, and they were packing the theaters. And I was like, where am I? What is this place? And they were, it was a lot of tourists and a lot. So I stayed because and I rented a theater, small theater, started there, and then they liked me because I was this clean, family friendly, patriotic. Those are the values that community really appreciates.
Yeah.
And it kind of matched what I can offer. And it was a blessing in disguise. I thought I'll be just for a year there.
Yeah.
It's been 32 years.
Dude, it's crazy because I remember the comedy community
Uh-huh.
in Boston.
Uh-huh.
Like they'd always be like, "Yo, man, Yakov." Seriously, like you always wonder what happened to Roseanne. What happened to
Right.
Who's the other one with the sledgehammer?
Gallagher.
Gallagher. What happened to get where? Oh, his brother. He sold his brother's act.
Right,
And it was
right,
like,
right.
what? And you were like one of the guys who were like, wow. Like people would say, what happened to you? He bought a theater and he does his own shows, and we'd all be like, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, wow, what a fucking great idea.
That could be part of that, what we started talking about, that legend thing, because I kind of disappear off the face of the earth, but I didn't.
Right.
I created my own environment,
Yes.
which I was able to. I would do 400 shows a year.
It's crazy.
And
how many seats?
2,000.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And it's your theater.
It's my theater.
You charge
So-
the ticket price.
Yes, I do.
You own the theater.
I own the theater.
Now,
yes.
what made you made this theater so ornate and so like the seats have your name on? it?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's. Was this an upgrade that you did in the last?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it
you
was.
you
We
made it.
had-
That.
Yeah, the theater was beautiful for years and years now, but then we had the storm damage, and it parted the roof, and there was like a water park in there. It was crazy. So it was destroyed. So it was an interesting moment in my life. That was only a year and a half ago, when I was like going, well, I can take the insurance money and call it quits. Or and this is where I was doing a show with Larry the Cable Guy in nearby where I was, and Larry said, I love Branson because you can perform and then go play golf next morning.
Yeah.
And I go, come to my theater, and then I realized I don't have a theater because it was destroyed.
Really.
That moment was like deciding moment. So I want to be able to say, come to my theater and have a theater. And that's when I put all the $2.5 million into remodeling it and making it ornate and beautiful and all of that.
Because I was dude, when someone says they have a theater, it's like, all right. And then I went to it, I'm like, oh, this son of a bitch has a theater. This son of a bitch, he's got a wood carving with his initials in it, like the fucking Titanic, like you know what I mean? Like the Nina Pinter and Santa Maria. It's like, and the seats are like these big, they're like gaming chairs with your name embroidered on it. Yeah. And I was like, wow, he's got a damn
got
theater.
A big ego. Yeah, that's
yeah.
He wants on every chair.
I'd have a big ego too if I sat down and I had the only pre-show interview when Jimmy came out. That'd be amazing too. If I would have that.
It would have been, yeah. It would have been.
So, dude, you got this theater. You're doing this thing.
Yes.
And now you could just ride off and look at this thing. It's so beautiful. And you're so patriotic. You love America.
I do.
Like this thing, what a country, is not
a put on. No.
This is you.
This is me painting this stuff. This is
you painted that?
I paint, yeah.
Go back to that. What?
I paint stuff.
So you have a doctorate.
I'm a professor.
You're a professor, right?
Yeah.
You have a theater.
Yeah.
You got cool jackets. Probably got a big Russian slong. And you paint.
And I have a beautiful wife who's pregnant.
She got and she's way younger than you.
She is. And
yes.
I'm very proud of that.
That's
I still I still got it. I still
buddy,
got it.
You still got
I
it.
still got it.
I mean, this is nuts. Look at that theater. Now, do you have any are any comics that go? Does it have to be? Is it all clean?
Yeah,
Branson?
it has to be very clean.
Has to be clean. All right. Well, there you go. That's the answer I was looking for. Wow, you're really
Another
subtle.
bubble.
You're really bubble. You're a bubble burster, aren't you? What the fuck?
It has to be clean. people, like Tim Hackins, who's a more Christian comedian, he sells out.
Right.
Shonda Pierce, Christian comedian, she sells out. It's a very Christian environment.
Right.
And so anybody who they don't want anything else but just a family.
Are you religious? Do you believe in God?
I believe in God. I'm not like every day or every Sunday going to church. I do believe in God. My wife is the one who's kind of more spiritual, more religious than I am, but
Right.
I hang out with her.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Mom, dude, I am too. So
Okay.
I'm not setting you up for.
Yeah.
Do you really? Where is he? Why do you let bad things happen to kids? I'm not that ass, so you don't have to worry about it.
Please don't,
I pray every morning. I'm a big believer in some form of religion to have a moral compass. Because
I think it helps. I think
yeah,
it helps.
without that, you're driving the bus yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're driving, you're gonna smash into shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's great. Now, because you do this clean comedy, but clean comics make more money.
Now they do.
Yeah. Well, they
No.
did back then too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Whoever stuck with it.
Well, Gary Gulman, you know Gary Gulman?
Why do I know?
You need to check out Gary Gulman.
Okay.
He's one of the greatest joke writers of my generation. I came up with him out of Boston. He's got so many good. His last couple specials are just amazing. His the great.
He's a stand-up, or
He's a stand-up, and he was he's always been clean, but blah blah blah. He's got great jokes, and then literally had a kind of a depression, and went into therapy. And I'm not saying anything out of he got shock treatment, went into a mental institution for a year, went home, quit comedy, became a substitute teacher, came back, wrote a whole hour on depression and his depression and where it came from. You talk about where does your funny come from? He found out where, and he did this amazing called The Great Depression. And it was emotional, it was hilarious, and he just did another one, his new special that I just saw, buddy. I look, I love funny. I'm always funny first, but I love a good moment.
yes,
And
yes.
Dude, I was in tears. I'm watching this. He cracked me up for 35, 40 minutes like a stand-up set. And then at one point, he had me in blubbering tears where I was like, my wife was patting me on the back. It's okay, pussy. It's okay. I know you had a bad childhood. It's all right. And I was like, they didn't love me either. This is why I do comedy. And he's just great. You'd love him.
Oh, that
and he would
sounds
be great
fantastic.
at your
Yeah.
theater. He'd be
Yeah, that's it.
fantastic.
The challenge will be would Middle America know who he is? Most people.
Now you say Middle America, like I guess I don't understand Middle America because I am an East Coast guy,
Yeah.
and a little bit of the West or Upper Coast,
Yeah.
something like that. But Middle America, I guess it's a different world.
Very different.
So
You put that person's name on the billboard or on the marquee.
okay,
Will they know who that is?
I don't know.
Because they're driving. My theater is on the highway, so it's like everybody that thousands and thousands of impressions every day. And if they don't know who that person is,
yeah.
they might be the best in the world. They
Right.
won't sell it.
What if we put my face on the thing and we write, and we have you next to him with a bubble, and it goes, "This is the funniest guy I've ever been around. Go see him. What a comedian!" And then it's my face. Think we'd sell out?
No.
Okay,
no.
great. That's another bubble. And we should just get you a pin. We'll get you a pin. You just keep popping the bubbles. I mean, her face is a bubble popper too. Every time I look at her, she's disappointed in me. I mean,
No.
is this what you did? You brought your cronies, huh? You brought your KGB
Just-
people?
just to mess.
I will sit here and make sure American funny men treat you with respect.
By the way, I don't know those people.
Oh, that's great. Now
Yeah,
I'm frightened.
I have no idea.
That's great.
Bobby, they're for the talent. So
Oh, yes, I know. Danny, can you leave me alone?
Okay.
Danny, can you leave me alone? Can you stop being a mark?
Okay.
This guy, he's an ass. He's the worst. He's just dumb. Anyways,
he got me here.
he got
Just,
dude. He got you here, but
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
it's me.
Oh, really?
I mean, I know, Bobby. I'll go. It has nothing to do with it. If you shut up and his face was staring at you, With his big eyebrows, you'd be like, I'm going to go, okay? Anyways, dude. So now let me ask you, this is a thing because your wife is from the Ukraine.
Yes.
And this is crazy to me.
Yes.
The president of Ukraine was a stand-up comedian.
I mean, a very funny one.
Was he?
Very.
Okay, because
Very.
it doesn't translate to me because I don't understand the language.
Right.
I see him running around in a skirt and doing dances
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like it doesn't, but I don't know what he's saying, so I don't.
Okay, if you saw Robin Williams,
Yeah.
that's the level he was on.
Really?
Yeah. So Robin could wear a skirt or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
he could be Mork and Mindy, crazy guy, whatever. So if it's taken out of content, then you just kind of go, "What the hell is that?"
You don't understand it. It's like, because you don't know what he's saying.
He was, and he made a lot of movies too, and movies were romantic comedies, and he was very much beloved for the whole. The Russia loved him as much as Ukraine did.
Russian people loved him.
Yes, yes.
And now, so this must be tough for, Russian people like, because of what's happened, I'm done with you? It must be, right?
Well, I think he chose to be done with them because we don't want to get into this because it's a tough concept for Americans to accept because for 3.5 years they've been told that this is, whatever and we need to be on that side.
Yeah.
And nobody understands what Putin wants. We just want what Zelensky wants. And there is a balance there that is very sensitive balance because it's like two brothers fighting.
Okay.
And
Were they friends at one point?
are you kidding me?
They were.
They're the same. I speak Russian too. My wife is from Ukraine.
I hope so.
Yeah, and
This whole
she
thing
speaks
would work.
Russian.
Yeah, she speaks Russian. Yeah.
Yeah. So what Americans don't understand that there is two very distinct countries in one country, Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Western Ukraine where people want to be Ukrainians and they want to be like in Europe, and there's the other side, Eastern Ukraine, where I grew up, speak Russian and wants to be friends with Russia.
Right.
And that's where the tension is.
Right.
And we banking on Ukraine, and nobody understands what's going on in the Russian side.
Right.
So my wife, her mother is they split up the family. The father lives on the Russian side,
Yeah.
and happy there, and the mother stay on the Ukrainian side.
Right.
So
It's tough.
It's like a family. Think about this. It's like Republicans, Democrats, the same people, right? The country used to be united, and then one said, "I hate this guy," and the other said, "I hate this," and
one set went nuts and crazy and are out of their minds, and the other set was like, "Hey, man, we want
which one? I have to guess. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Nah, you don't. Nah, you don't. God bless America. God bless America. What a country.
What a country.
Well, listen, let's do this.
Yeah.
Danny's. We prepared a very special thing for you.
Oh, how sweet!
So we want to play a little game with you. Danny, can you introduce this game?
That really reminds me of KGB interrogation. I really do. The bright lights, and we got a game for you. Yeah, we got a game for you.
No, dude, Yakov, this is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. We don't know. You never know, but here's the thing: you gotta take a risk.
Let's
okay.
try it.
So, Danny, introduce our game.
So, because your legendary status,
Stop saying legend. He hates it. He didn't figure it out.
I didn't hate it. I just don't know what it is. Okay, go ahead, Danny.
Just call him really, really good.
because you're really, really, really good.
guy. Nice
He's a
guy.
nice guy.
We gathered some of the great up and coming Soviet Russian talent acts, and then we're gonna play a game with you. Soviet Russia's Got Talent.
Russia's got talent.
Soviet Russia.
Soviet Russia.
These people, Soviet Russia, these people are Russian. They have talents, and they're going to compete to win. Russia's got talent right here in front of you right now, and you're one of the judges.
Oh wow!
I'm
And
one of
you're
the judges.
other one.
I'm the other judge. We're the only judges.
Whew.
Are you ready? Are you
No
ready?
pressure, right?
There's no pressure.
I'm ready.
Listen, it's not like you writing Reagan's speech to solve the Cold War and keep America from getting nuked, which you did. Thanks, by the way.
You
that was
welcome.
awesome. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
Contestant number 1.
This is
What is your
exciting.
name and what is your talent?
My name is Boris, and I juggle potato.
Of course you do.
Potato.
And there's only 2 of them. Oh, no, 3.
Potatoes.
Got
Okay,
it.
Boris, show us.
Okay.
Oh,
do we have-
wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
His
Ah,
microphone.
it's microphone. You're not used to microphone.
Oh no, I'm a quiet juggler.
Okay, Boris, keep your accent. Listen, Boris, that was very. Where are you from in Russia?
There's a forest in the north.
In the north. Okay. Thank you.
I remember where it is. Yes, I know.
All right. Thank you so much. Do we judge on him now?
Yeah, you can judge, give your opinion on.
Okay.
Them.
Well,
I'll go first if you want.
sure. No,
okay.
you go ahead. Yeah.
Boris, I think that your charisma lacking, but in Russia, not a bad thing. That actually gets you more points.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not too peppy. We like that. Okay. The potatoes a little too fresh for me. I'd like to see a little darker. You know what I mean?
You want them baked?
Nah. You call me fat.
I didn't want to burst that bubble.
We
you
do
know.
new potato every act.
Every now. Okay.
Every-
Oh,
Yeah,
you
you do
change
new pot-
potatoes.
Of course, you can
Of
do
course,
everything.
you gotta have fresh.
$1.33.
Got it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you a 3 out of 5 stars.
Well, that's
3 out of 5 stars. What do you think?
so 1 for each potato,
What?
right? Is that what you're doing?
Bobby, would there have been more stars if the potatoes had sour cream and bacon on them?
If he didn't hit the microphone and he kept his Russian accent the whole time, he would have had more stars. But he keeps falling into a alternative Brooklyn comic every 5 seconds.
So,
What do you
Boris,
think?
Boris, as your countryman, I relate to your desire to be in show business. I wouldn't quit your day job yet. No. It's not. It's just a safety kind of a thing,
Yeah.
you know, because unless you have 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes, then people go, holy cow, right?
It's great.
A lot of potatoes.
And if you put sour cream on it while you're juggling,
This is great.
that's really you might get on Tonight Show or something. Yeah.
Yeah, what he's saying is step it up. You're Russian. All right, stop doing the American 3 potato shit and get some sour cream on 8 potatoes.
I did not say that.
Do some
No.
steroids
Too.
and get the shit going like Rocky 4. You
Thank you
understand
for
me?
the opportunity. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
okay.
You're welcome. Come back. So my score would be also 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Now, how do you say goodbye?
До свидания.
Das vidanya.
I was going to tell you that das vidanya is how you say it.
Very good.
Now you were.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Danny, let's bring up our next contestant on Russia's Got Talent. Da, 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 da. Thanks for the music, Danny. Hello. What is your name and what is your talent?
Hello, my name is Svetlana Vonina, and I am here with potatoes as well. But I saw how you were so mean to my compatriot, so I have brought something else as well.
Okay, what else?
Well, don't shoot a potato out of
I will
somewhere.
try this first.
Okay.
Then I will try the second thing.
Okay, great. Thank you. What's your name again?
Svetlana Vonina.
That's all. That's
Svetlana Vonina. Have you met a Russian girl before?
No, I have not.
No? Not at the House of Discreet Pleasures? No? Perhaps?
You met him?
I feel like I've seen him before at House of Discreet Pleasures.
Okay.
I've never been to the House of Discreet Pleasures.
Oh, no, you
Oh,
look pretty
that's what you
familiar.
say
You
All right,
now.
listen, everybody back off. One time, and I didn't know his,
frequent flyer.
I didn't know his house. I have a coffee cup with my name on it in Russian.
Sorry, I am short, but I am mighty, like St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah.
here we go.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. Not. Yeah. Not.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Ah.
Oh my
Ooh.
God! She's
Ooh.
like pulling a rope.
Or something she's using.
Easy.
No.
Wait, she's going downstairs. She's going.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! She's like it. It's like real stairs there. Oh my God.
You remember this?
From the discreet pleasure place.
Thank you. Yes.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Why don't you go first this time?
Svetlana, I really appreciate your talent.
Thank you. I am a woman of many talents.
I heard.
He knows.
Yeah, I heard. He knows. and I wish you the best of luck because your mime is second to none. Not. I don't speak English very well. Okay.
Out of the blue.
Yeah, out of the blue. So I would probably lose the potatoes, and then the mime and the thing that you did.
Keep that.
Keep that.
Yeah, keep that.
And so I'd say 4 out of 5.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, that's very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, that's a good. I would say lose the potatoes
Lose
as
potatoes.
well. Yeah, you weren't really, you know what I mean? But I would definitely keep the.
What do you mean? You said you know I mean. I don't know what you
Listen,
mean.
Yeah, I don't. Your energy is very aggressive, but
I'm Russian.
I know. I would keep the whatever that is,
Whatever
that
that-
thing, and
The hose.
I'm going to give you 4.5 stars for making it this big.
Because she remembered you.
Yeah, but she could-
remembered
but if
you
she-
from the house
she
of
could have made-
letters.
Great pleasure.
It could have been more.
Right.
It could have been
No.
more like this.
She's delusional. That's
Well,
what
I don't know if that's the word. I don't know if that's the word, but I'm going to say 4.5 stars out of 5. 5. Great job. Great job.
Yeah.
Great
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you
you.
very much. This is a fun game.
It
This
is.
is a fun game.
It
We
is.
got one more.
We have
contestant.
one more act for you.
One more
Okay.
act. Please come up. Wow, he is definitely Russian looking.
Привет,
Привет,
comrade.
привет,
Oh,
yeah.
привет. Okay.
I am-
What is your name and what is your talent?
I am Sergey. I am a great magician back home in my town of Kiev, Ukraine.
Stop.
I am the greatest
Stop.
Russian.
Stop.
I will make this whole bottle disappear, comrade. Watch with
God.
your eyes.
Okay.
Holy cow. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
And there is no business like
Like
show
show
business. There's no business
I know. You're gonna die. I mean, you're gonna die.
This is typical for any Russian man.
Is it?
Would you like some?
No. I hope it's water.
It's.
Pure vodka, my friend.
You're so drunk. You're
I would
talking
like a
weird.
second, please.
You have 2. You have
Give
another.
me 2. I drink down. No
It's
problem,
an
friend.
encore. Encore? Is that what it is?
I believe I will pass out soon. I can nap here,
Yeah.
yes?
Do me a favor. Just lie down on the couch right there. Lie down right there. We'll give you. Okay. What's your name again?
I am the great Sergey.
Oh, the
Sergey will win this competition,
The
yes?
great. He's the great Sergey.
I am the great Sergey.
Sergey. I'll go first this time if you don't mind.
Go.
I'm gonna say because you're not gonna make it through the night. I'm gonna give you. Look, she's looking at me mean, dude. She's looking at me mean. I'm gonna give you 4 stars out of 5. I think the fact that you just drank a whole thing of vodka and stop, you're going to die. I don't have insurance. Okay, listen, stop that. No.
But Sergey,
You've done enough, Sergey. You've done enough.
You really let me smell the bottle.
Well, I mean, hey, can I say something?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, in show business or not?
I am.
Okay,
It's real vodka.
it's vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
this is top quality.
it's
My mother make back
100
home.
proof.
Yeah, you have the shirt on.
Yeah.
You have the
I
jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good ad for that
We-
company.
We can do a commercial
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, that'll be his last commercial. but yeah, we can send the money to his mom in the western side of Ukraine.
How many rubles do I win?
Rubles.
What do you think?
Let's. I think we should give him 5 star. I would give him
Wow.
5 star just for be able to pour this much, whatever it was, into his style. I never seen anybody pouring. Have you? No, I want
went
to
to
acknowledge
the House of
wanna
Indiscreet.
do-
I saw it.
No, I want to do a silver buzzer here, right?
You do a
boom.
silver buzzer?
Silver buzzer. Yeah, I do.
Well, it's,
yeah.
it's Russia, so it's bronze. You win!
You
Comrade!
win.
You win!
Yes!
Yay!
Yes! I go back to Russia winning!
And guess what you win? You win 3 potatoes. They're right there. Bring that back and make a stew for your
My
family.
home for many months!
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah.
Woo, all right, there we go. The first episode of Russia's Got Talent. And we have a winner. That was fun, right?
That was fun.
Um, So you thought it wasn't going to be, but I mean, thanks for playing along. Holy God.
What a country, huh? What a country.
Well, listen, man, I'm telling you right now, I am so glad you're back around.
you, thank
and
you.
it was interesting to me that you said that Nate Bargatze
Yes.
was the one that kind of inspired
very much
it.
So, very much so. I wrote in the book yesterday in the Tonight Show book that Jimmy, I guess, reads, whatever. And I wrote, I said, thank you, Jimmy, for helping Nate Bargatze become a huge star so I can follow his footsteps.
That's wild.
It is.
There's
it's
a book.
a book.
There's a book that you sign.
Oh, shoot.
God.
Another bubble.
Damn it. You're just a bubble bro. Don't ever go to a kid's party. I mean, what?
I
what
thought
book?
everybody gets
There's
it.
no, I didn't know the book. They rushed me out of there and gave me a pair of Uggs and told me to beat it. I think Jimmy left the sweater in the room. Dude, I think that's great. And now, are you going to start hitting the road, or are you going to stay?
am.
Are you going to stay in
I-
Branson?
No, well, I cut down my schedule to 30 shows a year in Branson.
Okay.
So I keep my place there.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do want to get back on tour or do something, but I'm trying to find where is the best kind of a direction for that clean comedy. And when I was in Nashville for a comedy festival, there was that Nate Bargatze had like a showcase of the comedians that he endorsed.
Yeah.
And I was asked to go up, and I wasn't prepared or anything. I just went up, and I did 15 minutes, and I got standing ovation in the middle of the show.
That's great.
Which was kind of, you might relate to it, maybe not, because being in Branson made me somewhat uncertain. You know, it's like, can I come out of this bubble, Branson bubble, where I'm safe and I have people know me and I know them and the whole thing, and go out to New York or LA or to Nashville, whatever. So it felt like ugly duckling kind of a story. It's like going, am I a chicken? Am I a duck? Am I a goose? What am I? And when I got to Nashville and I did this in the Ryman Auditorium, 3,000 people jump on their feet. I'm going, I feel like, I belong to that Swan family, and I didn't know if I could or not. So
Right.
it was very emotional for me to go, I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah. I think, buddy, it's great. And I love the smooth transition you're pulling. And, you're at the Cellar doing shows.
Yeah.
You're on the Tonight Show
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You're going to go on the road again.
Yeah.
You're doing podcasting. You have your
Yeah.
own podcast.
And now I have a new stick. I can just pour
You can.
vodka in
He can
some-
open for you.
Yeah.
You should bring these
Yeah.
3 on the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 potato jugglers, a mime, and an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You can pay him in booze, pay him in potatoes, and she'll do stuff for you. In the house of indiscreet. Listen, brother, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
We're gonna run into the questions. We have a
Oh, there is more.
we have couple more minutes. Jeez, I have to say it like that. We have a Patreon that we do, and it's the fans asking you questions.
Okay, cool.
We have the questions for you after this. If you're not a member of the Patreon, please go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and become a member. And also, if you're on YouTube watching this for free, awesome. Or if you're on Apple and listening to it free, with thousands of you are, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's all you got to do. Do us a favor and subscribe, like, and comment, and make sure that you check out all these guys. Guys, what do you got going on, real quick?
Follow me on Instagram at Danny Braff.
Hey guys, you can follow me on Instagram at Zachary Unlimited. That would be swell. I've also got a show on June 20th, 7 o'clock, Midtown Pair. Please come out.
Do not break character.
Okay. The Russians want to plug their friends.
Sure, go ahead. Plug your friends.
I have a very good friend. Follow him on Instagram at Isaac G Comedy. Thank you.
My prostitute friend, the real Taria Romina, she is also a comedian. Please follow her. Thank you.
For all patriots and friends of Sergey, please follow at Daniel_J_Pedafan. This man, very funny. Check him out. Sergey, he know magic.
Wow.
Anyways, and you can go to punchup.live/Robert Kelly. I have one date this summer. You guys, I take the summer off and I spend it with my family. So I am only doing one show in Maine in July, and that's it. I will be doing the podcast. I will be doing Bonfire, but no more comedy. I take July and August off. I will be fishing, camping, hiking, and all that stuff with the fam. So I'll be back in September. If you want to go to punchup.live to see all my tour dates, it's going to be up there. And I'll be shooting a special later in the year somewhere. I got to find a new place. I guess I can't do it in Branson.
You don't want to, really.
No. But
they'll hang you.
Where can we see you? What's your website?
It's Yakov.com, YKWD.com, and on social media, Yakov Smirnoff, on all the platforms. My podcast is called Yakov's Comedy Couch on YouTube or anywhere you can get your podcast. And at this moment, my theater, it's in Branson, Missouri, if they're there. That's the best place. So you'll find my schedule on Yakov.com. And then I have some tour dates in the fall that I don't remember where they are. But it's all on my website.
It's all, are you on punchup.live yet?
The what?
Are you on punchup.live?
Punch Up
is a new app, a new thing for comedians.
Oh, I didn't know
that if you go on there, you put your stuff on there, you get all the emails and the algorithm and all the stuff and the data of your fans.
Wow.
So that hey, I'm popular over here. I didn't know I was popular in Kentucky or Maine wants to see me. Women, men, age, and you can send them an email right to the thing, punchup.live. You should get one. If you're interested, I'll hook your dude up with the guy who runs it. Great guy. But make sure you check him out. Go and watch the clips on Jimmy Fallon. Get that sucker up there because those things will blow up. He's hilarious. Go watch his special on YouTube. I saw a bunch of stuff up there. Go see him live and check out his podcast. It's called Comedy Couch. Where do you do that?
When? Oh, where? At the comedy club called Blue Room in Springfield, which is not far from me.
Okay.
And a lot of touring comedians go through there. You would do.
I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
If I ever come through there, I'm going to hit you up. Maybe I'll get your number or I have your social
I'll
media
give you
guy.
my number. Yeah.
And
sure.
then I'd love to come down because I think it's. I love that you're going deep into comedy, figuring it out, and that's a cool thing. It's I mean, I joke around all the time, but I really do love that aspect. Of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to Patreon right now. You guys are the best fans in the world. Thanks for tuning in. What a fucking show! What a show! Right? What a show! And after the show, I'm gonna go to her little den of decadency. What's it called again? House of Discreet Pleasure. God damn it! Why does it turn? That does something for me. Well, I want one of those. We should open up that in Branson.
Not we.
Okay.
No, don't go there.
Okay, you're right. I'm going to keep you out of my life. You got to go over here. Yeah, you're a bubble popper, I tell you. We're going to go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly right now. We'll see you over there. See you next week. You know what, dude?